You got to have one avenue of income. First, master one thing and then parlay that into what we call strategic alignment with organizations like ours who will help you with your operations. First and foremost, you got to be optimistic, man. I don't know why this world is full of pessimists. My pledge this year was that I would spread way more positivity than you can imagine, right? I'm just going to spread a ton of positivity. And what I realize is that it's not that the world is full of more pessimists. It's just that negative people and pessimists get more attention. So the news and social media and your friends and a lot of colleagues, they just talk about the negativity more. So you start believing, man, this world going to hell in a handbasket. And that's because we start buying the opinions. We buy the opinions of others. So if you buy the opinion of the media, and you buy the opinion of your friends, and you buy the opinion of social media, then whatever you buy, when you buy somebody's opinion, you buy their lifestyle. So it's not that the world is full of negativity and pessimists. It's just that you won't see a lot of optimism on those outlets. See, I was going to say channels, but I threw my O in. You're not going to see a lot of optimism on those outlets or channels because that doesn't sell. So what you got to do in this crazy world of yours is make sure that you maintain a sense of optimism. Make sure you are open-minded, right, to the omnipotent opportunities that present themselves on a daily basis. But if you're because if you're an eternal optimist, you see the good in everything. When the world shut down, right? I mean, let's face it, COVID and the pandemic has been tough on a whole bunch of people. You know, they're telling you suicide rates are up, and I'm not knocking these stats. That may be true. Divorce is up, depression is up, all these things are up. But what they're not telling you is that people also have had time to sit down and be a little less mobile and think a little bit and create and meditate more and journal more. You know what I mean? These are things that an eternal optimist like myself will look at and say, man, the pandemic may have us not moving around so much, but maybe you need to sit still sometimes so you can spend some time with yourself. So that means overall, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Overall, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. If you got to sit down for a minute, gather your thoughts, let nature cleanse the rest of the world, because since people aren't moving around so much, we're emitting less fumes in the atmosphere and all these kind of things. So there's positive and negative in everything. So if you're going to make some money, the first thing you got to do is become optimistic. Something else you got to do too, you got to be open to opportunities. You got to be open to opportunities. But let me give you some advice. Initially, I need you to choose one. O-N-E. Be open to opportunities, man, but choose one. Too many people out here doing 15 different things, and you've been told that you got multiple streams of income. No, what you really got is multiple puddles. Please choose one. People say, well, Brian, you do a whole bunch of things. You got your podcast, you got Beane acres. So you renting out your land and you renting out the house, and you got Extra Digit, MWR Financial, where you teaching finances and you teach speakers how to speak. So you got your monetize your message mastermind. So you got multiple streams. This is true. But I mastered one first. And I parlayed that into other opportunities to create avenues of income for myself. In other words, I shoot the podcast at Beane Acres. That's not two things, that's one. Because Beane Acres has a house on it, I renovated the house. That's still not two things, that's one. I use one asset to parlay it into another way for me to deliver my message via the podcast. So my objective is to always create multiple streams, but using one source of energy. A lot of you guys got a t-shirt business over here, trying to trade Forex over there, trying to be a hairstylist right here, trying to work a job during the day. You got your daycare at night. You got your e-commerce store online. Too many opportunities. That's right. We call it strategic alignment. Do I have multiple streams of income? Absolutely. Am I telling you not to have multiple streams of income? Absolutely not. What I'm saying is you need to become a master of one thing first that you are known for so you won't get overwhelmed. It leads to overwhelm. And the next thing you know, you're going to have multiple puddles thinking you got multiple streams, but because you didn't focus on one opportunity at a time, if you chase two rabbits, they both get away. That's why most people are broke, because they want to do a little bit over here. They want to sell t-shirts over here. They want to trade crypto in the middle. They want to have an online Amazon store. They want to do Airbnbs over here. And they want to get in Turo and start renting cars over there. I'm like, look, man, you can't get overwhelmed with all these opportunities. That's what's going to knock you right off your goal. Next thing you know, instead of having one opportunity, you're going to be off all of them. Just giving you some advice. So I'm not saying focus on one thing. I'm saying master one thing, then figure out how to parlay that same energy into other avenues of income. There's nothing wrong with other avenues, but it has to be in alignment with what you're already doing. Which brings me to this. Not only do you have to be optimistic, but you got to be open-minded. You got to be open-minded. See, speaking of opportunities, I'll be transparent with you guys, right? There was a company that reached out to me about 2 months ago, and we're still talking back and forth, and they're like, Brian, have you heard about opulence? Y'all see that? Opulence. They really didn't ask me about opulence, but those are the glasses you put on in the metaverse. But because it's I had to act like they asked me about Oculus. But anyway, they asked me about the metaverse, and that's when you put in the Oculus glasses, because I got to get my O's. So they like, man, your Instincts training series will be dope in the metaverse. Now I didn't know what the hell the metaverse was. I'm like, I know what it is, but I ain't understand it. All I see is people looking up in the sky and fighting and punching and playing games, and kids had these things on. So they're like, man, we can have an experience where if you're training on the tiger, people can go through the metaverse and experience the tiger while you talk about it. I'm like, what? Now I didn't understand any of this. Yeah, and if you're training on the eagle, you're training on the praying mantis, if you're training on the bear, if you're training on the bee, the cobra, the jaguar, the snow leopard, I think I got about 18 animals right now in my catalog that I train on. They can go through a safari and have an experience and an opportunity where if they're in your metaverse, they can literally experience the animals with you. Now, I had no idea how they would do it. I have no idea what they're talking about. How you gonna pet a tiger if it's not there? How y'all gonna experience the Instinct series in the metaverse? But I was open to the opportunity. So we met. And guess what? It is possible. Technology has caught up with educators like myself that can do things virtually and these phones, and they can put the phone on the floor and then the hologram pop up and all these different opportunities, because I was open-minded. And I've been talking about my Instinct series for over 10 years now. I've been training on these animals, and because I was consistent, I was open and I was optimistic about the brand, opportunities are starting to present themselves, but I had to be open-minded. And I got good at one thing first, that was training. So now when companies say, Brian, we can turn your animals into NFT, and we can have a virtual experience where everybody can be at home and they can experience the animals while you see, my vision was to actually one day bring a tiger to the event. Now I don't know if the convention hall was going to be happy about that. But my idea one day was, if I'm training on the silverback, have a trained silverback and his trainer on stage with me. But now with virtual world, I ain't got to bring King Kong to the stage, because now y'all can put on y'all's Oculus glasses and come experience the animal instincts with me virtually. But I was open-minded. See, a lot of you guys, man, the reason you're not making the money you want to make, you're not open to anything. You're doing more than one thing. You're doing 15 things. So the universe don't really know what you focused on. And it's not even so much the universe. What it is it's called your RAS filter. There's actually something in your brain that will start to seek. It's like a heat-seeking missile. Your brain will start to navigate its way towards your goals when you're focused. And then you'll start to recognize things that you never even saw before. Like they say, when you get a new car, the reason you see that car all over the highway and you're like, man, everybody got this car. It's not that they always had the car. It's just that when you got yours, you started seeing it all over the place. So all the dealerships in America didn't go, all right, let's let all the cars out now since she got hers. No, the cars have been there. It's just that your RAS filter is now seeing them. Well, because a lot of you guys aren't focused on one thing, you really don't know what to look for. So you don't think the universe is bringing you what you want, but it is. You're just not seeing it because you're on overload and you're overlooking all your opportunities because you're not focused on one thing. So you're on overload, overlooking everything because you're not open-minded. That's why opportunities aren't coming your way. Period. Have I gotten to money yet? Have I gotten to anything money yet? Or are we still on mindset? This is outstanding. Thank you, Kayla. Let me recap. Don't overlook opportunities by being focused on more than one thing, because if you stick around and stay optimistic enough, and things will start to come your way, and that is your objective, is to attract things to you. But you got to have one thing in mind so that when you see it, you can recognize it and identify with it. The reason a lot of y'all don't have nothing coming to you because your opticals, I tried to squeeze that in, but your opticals, you can't see, all right? Your optics are blurry. You can't see. I want you guys to do a better job of organizing your thoughts. You need to organize your thoughts. And that's why our organization, I don't care what nobody says, the Extra Digit Movement, our organization, if we aren't anything else, we're an organization of people who we operate differently. And that's because we grow your net worth. We provide opportunities. We help you get more clarity when it comes to your finances. And that's why I ask everybody to accept this, 26-day challenge in our organization, because if you do anything long enough, you're going to get consistent. And that's how I want you guys to start operating. You got to operate with a spirit of excellence and consistency. I want y'all to write that down. We have to start operating with a spirit of excellence and consistency. Now, why is that important? I want y'all to think about it. You can use me live and in living color. Do you know consistency will help you overcome anything? Let me tell you why. If you look at my ABCs, they've even morphed since I've been doing them. Go back and look at A. I'm not saying assets and all those things weren't good. I'm saying I went from having no words at all, maybe one or two words that I'm going to start with, to creating words. Right around G, I started to create more words. Then right around HIJ, I started letting y'all throw words at me, and I'm picking them off the screen. I'm just picking them off the screen. Why? Because by the time I got to the 10th, 11th, 12th alphabet, I've gotten into a rhythm now. So no matter what you throw me, if it makes sense, I can squeeze it in. But I didn't start the ABCs of money by saying, I'm going to come on and I'm going to let y'all throw the words at me. It evolved. Why? Nothing beats consistency. One rule of success is guaranteed. If you do something long enough, you're going to get better. If you do something long enough, you're going to get better. But you got to start operating in a spirit of excellence. That's how I operate. I operate in a spirit of excellence. I know that I can train my ass off. I don't think that. I know that because I operate in this. That's not arrogance. That's confidence. I know that when I hit the stage, I'm going to crush it. I know that the Extra Digit Movement, MWR Financial, is having a huge impact. It's the best opportunity on the planet because nothing beats a person who's consistent, and over time, you're going to get better, 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 because the one guaranteed thing about success, if you do something long enough, a ratio will eventually appear, and a ratio wants to continue. So if you stop the ratio on your road to success, all you did was stop and create an obstacle for your own opportunity. Stop stopping. Put that in the comments, man. Stop stopping. Stop stopping. Nothing beats consistency. And a lot of you guys, you're erecting your own obstacles and creating your own blockage to your own blessing and your own opportunities. You got to start operating in a spirit of excellence. No matter what, I'm not stopping. I'm going to accept this challenge, even if you see it, like I'm on O today. But you can start off with A and say, you know what? My 26 days begins now. And I'm going to teach the ABCs of finances. I happen to lace in the ABCs of money and finances, right? Mindset and money. But you can say, look, I'm starting mine today and I'm not going to stop. Stop stopping everything that you start. I'm going to say that for the S's. But you got to start with a spirit of, you got to operate in a spirit of excellence. Let's get to some money real quick. And I got to get out of here. Operations. Business owners, listen to me. It's two sides to every business: operations and finance. You guys have to do a better job, business owners, of streamlining your operations. And I gave y'all a great example earlier. If you would just model on your path or your business, like the things that I'm doing. I'll give you an example. I'll take a live like this right here. And when I string these letters together, all my O's and all my N's and all my A's and all my B's and all my C's, I'll create a quote card, and I'll take that quote card and put it on social media and call it the ABCs of money. So if I say you have to wake up you have to operate in a spirit of excellence and be open-minded and optimistic to omnipotent opportunities. Hashtag the ABCs of money. Then I'll put a picture, I'll take a screenshot of me doing this ABCs of money, put that, have my graphic people put that as my quote, put the picture up on social media, and that's my post for the day. Because I'm improving my operations. You understand? I'm not having to go back and think about something. All right, what am I going to post today? All right, what am I going to talk about on my live today? All right, No. The reason I'm a 7-figure framework designer is because I have operations. I've streamlined my operations. So I'm helping you guys with a challenge. I'm teaching you about money. I'm going to pull some quotes from these excerpts, give it to my graphics team to put on a picture and create a postcard for social media. Then because I'm going live, a lot of you guys have already asked, when can you come to the podcast and sit with me and get interviewed? So I'm gonna help you monetize your message. Then every now and then I shamelessly plug, go follow the podcast. So my operations are fluent. It doesn't take me a whole lot to create multiple opportunities for people and multiple opportunities for myself, because I'm fluent in my operations of my business. A lot of you guys in your business, you haven't taken the time yet to say, okay, where can I cut the fat? I was gonna try to use the word obese, but it just didn't. It didn't flow. I got to use fat on that one. But my business is obese in certain areas. Where can I cut some of the fat off and streamline my messaging, streamline my operations? To my traditional business owners, real quick, how can you make some money online? You know, a lot of you guys are so busy in the physical world that you're missing out on the virtual world. When you, let's say, for example, you're a hairstylist or a barber or whatever. Could you start an online course on how to open your own salon? These are just ideas once you get some experience. You understand? And you start operating in excellence. Can you teach a person online how to do what you just did? As long as you document it, you've been doing it for, 10 years or whatever, can you start that process? And maybe your online course will start in 2024. I didn't start teaching speakers how to speak till I had been doing it for 20 years. Now I can help you monetize your message because my operations are smooth. I challenge all you guys. You got to be optimistic and stop letting all this negative press and take more opportunities to be optimistic and open-minded, and stop thinking that this negative press that you're exposed to runs the world. Period. You got to have one avenue of income. First, master one thing and then parlay that into what we call strategic alignment with organizations like ours who will help you with your operations. Was that enough O's for today? Anything that you do over and over and over, you're going to get better. The ABCs I'm doing live with you guys have evolved since I started. So I'm living proof that you can begin with an idea, start something small, ramp it up. More people have joined the challenge. And how y'all think we're going to look by day 26? Then how you think we're going to look when all these videos are archived and the challenge starts all over again? And how do you think we're going to look when we say, man, we were there at the beginning when he started with A, went all the way to Z. I still don't know what I'm going to do with X yet, but I worry about that when I get there. And change the world. One online video at a time. And it's got to be obvious that I'm going off the top of my head.